Hello, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, I do appreciate you coming by. Today's beer is Firestone Walker. This is their Scotch Parabola. And these guys are out in California. And Beer Advocate says it's 11.5%. And that's what Untapped says. And that's what the bottle says. So find it kind of strange that the regular version is like 14.5 and the Scotch version is only 11.5. So and Untapped has it at 70 IBUs. They do have a rather long commercial description, so we're going to read it. Legendary immensely of Parabola meets the potency of high peat Scotch in this radical limited release aged in single malt barrels from Scotland's distillery Ardbeg. Scotch Parabola is not for the faint of heart, but it is a quickly acquired taste. Let the first sip sink in before passing judgment, then revel in this beer's exotic complexity as your palate becomes acclimated. Aromas of toffee, chocolate, and cinnamon yield to citrus and floral notes as the beer warms in the glass. A mouthful of deep peat character reveals notes of sea salt, tobacco, espresso, and seaside campfire smoke. This beer is all about the journey. Light up a cigar, sit by the fire, and imagine yourself overlooking peaty moors of Scotland. So, sounds rather interesting. And we have the vintage is 2017, and this was sent to me by Nick. So Nick, thanks a bunch, my friend, my brother. I do appreciate the beers that you do send me. And I've had this one for a while, so I'm hoping he is watching. So that is all we need to talk about. So let's stop talking and start pouring. Nice little hiss. Not a lot of smoke coming out. We're going to pour this fairly aggressive, guys, right down the middle here and see what we get. And like this one's been setting, so I want to make sure I get everything out of the bottom. Very dark coming out of the bottle here. And this series of beers from Firestone Walker is usually pretty damn tasty, guys. I didn't go back and see if I'd done another vintage of this particular beer or not. We're going to do it just like I've never done it before. About a finger of head on that. And kind of dark up in the big bowl part, but I can see some red rubbiness through the thin part of the glass. It looks a lot like a cola. So let's get it to the nose and see what we have. Rich roasted malt, hints of toffee and caramel. A little bit of smokiness, a little bit of alcohol, and that may dissipate as it comes up to room temperature. Fresh out of the bottle, you get that sometimes, especially on these bigger beers. Definitely getting the notes from the Scotch whiskey barrels, and the peatiness and smokiness. Smells pretty good. Smells very interesting. So it's time. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Nick. Big time notes of the Scotch whiskey. Wow. And Scotch is an acquired taste, and I've not drank a lot of Scotch in my life. But it's very unique smelling, definitely getting the peatiness in there. Almost smells like a peat bog. Very interesting beer. Very, very interesting beer. Definitely different. Not something I'd probably want to drink every day, but a nice special treat. It's just overwhelming with the peatiness and the Scotch in there. Wow. Let me sip on this bad boy and let it come up to room temperature, and we'll come back and see where it falls into the grade. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it for 30-45 minutes or so. Guys, it's a good beer. I don't want to take anything away from it, but the peatiness is a little overpowering. Now that it's warmed up to room temperature, to be honest, I think the regular version is tastier than this. Not only because of the alcohol content, I think the 14.5% regular version is a little more balanced than what this one is. I mean, there's too much peatiness for the beer that I'm drinking with it. It's just so overpowering everything. It's like somebody threw some peat moss down in the glass and I'm trying to drink it. But don't get me wrong, there's probably a lot of people who think this is an outstanding beer. I'm just not that enthused with it. It's not blowing my hair back or my socks off on this particular version. It is a well-made beer. I am absolutely, positively sure of that. But not sure I would purchase this beer, guys. I would probably buy the regular version over this. So, with that being said, let's get on with this one. The peatiness is so overbearing, it's almost unpleasant. Especially now that it's warmed up. Final chug. And the aroma almost reminds me of a rubbing alcohol smell. So, with that being said, guys, it's a B+ in my book. 88 for me on this one. Let's jump over to Beer Advocate, and they are saying 3.82, also in their B+ range, and I would agree with that score. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.74. That is one notch below their B+. They're only giving it a high B in here. So, it's basically a B or B+ beer, guys. It's not a balanced beer. Like I said, I enjoyed yesterday's regular version better than I did this one. So, but that's just me. You may think this is the best thing you ever put to your lips. So don't base your buying habits or what you're going to try by what I say. I mean, please don't. Beer tastes are very subjective. What you like to drink, what you find enjoyable. Like I said, you may buy this beer and think it's a 10+ beer. I'm just giving you my opinion. I like the regular version better. I'll just be straight up honest. I like the regular version better than the Scotch version. So, with that being said, if you've had this, the 2017 Scotch Parabola, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.